Hey everyone, welcome to Obsessed Garage. I think I need to make more of these videos for you guys. I've sort of avoided this because I don't want it to come across as a sales pitch. This is stuff that I'm using. They're solutions to problems I didn't know I had. And I think I need to spend a little bit more time previewing you to some of what's in my head. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do in this video, trying to make it somewhat entertaining so you'll watch the whole thing. But these are 5 products that you may or may not know about. Some things that have really improved my life in the garage and the process and the things that I'm doing in the garage, and something I felt got a little left behind. So I wanted to spend a few minutes and show you these things and dig into the details. All right, so product 1 is what Rag Company calls Rip and Rag. I don't like those kind of catchy names, and so we just call it the all-purpose microfiber roll. And what it is, this is a roll of microfiber. It's 30 bucks, $29.95, so it's not cheap. And we made our own fancy box that it can go in. But it's a roll of towels that you can rip off and use to do whatever the heck you want with it. And it's actually not that much more than buying a roll of Bounty. So let me show you how this works. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I struggle with this a little bit. You know, I've got all this fancy stuff, I got these expensive cars, and yet when I use one of these, I get like cringe, I get cheap. But I'm telling you, each one of these is like, a couple of cents. And so you have a 70-30 towel. So this is a 70-30 higher end, higher quality towel. It's what they call ultrasonic cut. I can choose to rip off big or small. It's actually a 12 by 12 size. But then the use of this thing, what I tend to do is use it for something clean, like say clean my computer screen, wipe my desk off, wipe something on the car, and then I'll throw it in the laundry, and then I'll use it for something dirty, like cleaning up oil spill on the ground or something to where then it becomes a throwaway. So even though I'm ripping this off the roll and using this in on some task that it seems expensive in comparison to using a paper towel, I actually end up with a product that does a much better job than a paper towel would, and then I can use this many times. Because it's higher quality microfiber, I can throw it in the laundry, wash it, and use it over and over again. Now, once it gets to oil and grease task, then it gets thrown away. But I tell you what, having a roll of these in my cabinet, I have 2 of them at all times, usually one on each side of the garage. Having this available is so much better than a shop towel. And when you really think about using it 2-3 times, it's not that much more expensive. So this is something I think you want to consider. Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt the video, but there's something really cool that I think you're going to want to come to, and I think you're going to want to be timely on this because we only have a certain amount of spots. We're putting together, this is the first annual Middleton Motor Show. It's right by my house, but we're taking over downtown. We're going to have food trucks, restaurants are going to be open, live music. Rumor has it Jay Leno's going to be walking around there too because he has a comedy show at night. The time frame is from 1 to 8 p.m. We're looking for, like my 2 cars are going to be there, GT4 and up. But if you have a nice car, like I may submit my E92, if you have a nice car, don't be ashamed to post it up. Make sure to go to the Village's entertainment page. We'll put a link in the description and go fill out your application. It's going to be 50 bucks if we choose you. You don't have to pay up front. We just want people to have some skin in the game so you'll actually show up because we only have 130 spots. We're going to be lining downtown. We're going to have parking for other people too. So even if you don't get picked, you definitely want to come. It's going to be the start of something really cool. So make sure to get signed up, and love to see you there. Show's February 28th. 1 to 8 p.m., but I want to get your application in now. So if we're going from cheapest to most expensive, the next product that everyone should have, every man, woman, child should have one of these somewhere in their life. This comes with our own little OG branded, cool looking thing that Bryce and team designed back in the day. And what you have, not only do you have a more robust, it says Obsessed Garage on the cord, this is the black version. We also have a light blue version of the black 100-footers are the ones that I have on sale. But what you have with a Pro Lock is you have a experience where you plug the power cord in and then it's locked. and then I pull the pin back in order to release it. It also has a indicator bulb, let you know that it's plugged in, and then it's positively plugged in, so it has a green or red light. If it's green light, that means go, you're good. But this especially is useful if you're, I don't know, if you're plugging in a fan or a vacuum cleaner or something like that, where you're pulling on the cord a lot. For me, the most useful task is when I'm polishing. I plug my polisher in, and I don't have to like do the little wrap and knot version, so I can end up with a much better experience of having my cord locked in place. And then what you should do, if you're OG spec, I need this for my garage here, so I'm gonna get mine set up here. But what you should do is you should debadge it. Every good OG guy will always debadge everything. I almost don't want to have the Obsessed Garage on the cord, but the guys talked me into that. But I got to get all this sticky crap off of here so that way it goes and is useful. I actually like to have one of each size. They come in 25, 50, and 100 feet. So this is going to go in here. That's the spot. So the next product is, I think, one of those things that can really clean up your garage. The way to install it is to install it just off the ground. There's some directions in there that tells you how to measure it, so that, if you're not super strong, if you have heavy bikes, you flip the bike up and you can put it right on the rack. But this thing here gives us the ability to mount. This one happens to be the wide version. It comes in narrow, wide, and fat. So if you have like an e-bike with big fat tires, you could use this. I actually have Ryan's Suron on ours at home, which is a 72, 73 pound bike. But these will hold pretty much any mountain bike, any road bike you can imagine. And what it allows you to do is get your bike up off the floor, fold it in towards the, towards the wall, and get the thing out of the way. And I like to actually put them up higher and just hoist my bike so that way it's out of the way completely. But Steady Rack is one of those things that I don't talk about enough. Every video you've seen in my Middleton garage, I don't have a shed, I don't have anywhere to put stuff, and so I have 4 mountain bikes there, gravel bike and 3 mountain bikes, and I've got to put them somewhere. And like I said, I have 2 out back for the kids' bikes as well, so it's really maximized the space savings. I think that they've changed the pricing on this, but this is the newest version of Steady Rack, where there's a bunch of accessories where you can put on like little tool holders, and there's like little bins and stuff that you can attach to it. These now sell for 120 bucks. I think they were 140 at one point, but we do generally keep these in stock, and it's something that all of our design guys are putting in everybody's garages to keep the bikes off the floor and make things nice and organized. Something I think you'll want to consider if you're a cyclist, or you just have stuff that you want to get off the floor. It can really level up your organization in the garage. So I want you all to experience Core 59s and the Matt Moorman Obsessed Level 20,000 hour audio system in the garage. I want you all to buy that, but not realistic. Even the entry-level system, several $1,000s. If you can't go there, you're not willing to go there, or you have another spot in the house where you want some decent quality audio, and you want it to be simple, you want it to work, you want to get high res, and you don't want to have to bunch of like programming, this is the way to go. So Bluesound, to me, is a superior competitor to Sonos, which would be the big provider of wireless audio throughout the house. I'm a Bluesound convert. The way that you use it and operate on your phone is simple, it's quality, and then the devices that they sell actually sound really good. So the Pulse M comes as a single, little cylinder looking unit that you can put whatever you want. You can actually put them in stereo pairs as well. So in the app, you can put them as a pair together so they'll work together. Let's say you had one on each end table in your master bedroom or something like that. You could do that. Or in your garage, what I would do if I was in this garage, I'd put one in each corner, plug it in, in and then set them up as a stereo pair. And you'd be surprised, you actually get pretty decent output. And so the PulseM is one of those things that I probably don't talk about enough, that I think can really change the experience in the garage, can change the experience of the whole house. Shoot, you could put up to 64 of these in your house. And I guess technically you could do 128 of them if you're doing them in stereo pairs. You can do up to 64 zones on Bluesound. And here's the key. You can DIY it. You can do it yourself. You don't need to pay someone. You don't need to watch a bunch of videos. You get the thing, you hit the plus button, it finds it, you do the software update, you name it, whatever you want to name it, and you're done. It's really an awesome experience. And then I can play full 24-bit, 192 kilohertz files, FLAC files, HD files, lossless files, MQA files on whatever, whatever device or whatever platform I'm interested in using. Spotify, Tidal, I'm a Tidal user. And so getting something for your garage like this will get you started. I will warn you, is once you head down this audio path, this high-res path, at some point you're gonna end up with these in your garage. And you're gonna simultaneously hate me and thank me at the same time, because it gets expensive. But audio in the garage can really change the whole experience, especially if you're in there doing projects like me. All right, let me level with you here. Now it's getting pricey. So we had 120 bucks, 400 bucks. When Matt Rutledge brought this in here, I was like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't share this with people. This is only for us Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari people that have center lock wheels. This thing is insanely expensive. It's just under 5,000 bucks. But this tool is from a company called High Torque, and I purposely brought this for you. This is how they come. So this is a professional grade product. This is in the world of precision high torque tools from company High Torque. This is like their cheapest thing that they make. But this thing here is what can change the entire ownership experience of your Porsche or your Lamborghini or your Ferrari that has center lock wheels. Mine, I store it down here. I have it ready to go. And so my High Torque tool sits here. And what this allows us to do, it allows us to precisely remove and reinstall the center lock wheel that requires, on a Porsche, 442 foot-pounds of torque. So a ton of torque would require it. I have it in the cabinet over there, a giant breaker bar, and this completely replaces that. So I keep mine in my drawer like so in Tool Grid. You line up the reaction arm here, and then I'll grab the nut out of the front trunk area of my GT4, GT3, and then I can remove all four wheels in about half the time as if I were removing, say, the 5 lug off my M3. So it takes that big, long, drawn-out process and turns it into anyone can do it within seconds. So the High Torque tool is a lot of money. It's one of those things that has, even when I bought mine, knowing I was going to sell them and provide you with the information on them, still my butt was puckering a little bit when I got to pay 5,000 bucks to remove a wheel. I don't remove my wheels that much. But I'm telling you, if you've invested, in most cases, your Porsche, to have a Porsche with center lock wheels is at least $150,000. Another 5,000 bucks to completely change how you interact with the car. I'm telling you, I've never had anybody call and buy one and then regret it. It's always a regret when I don't care how much money you make, when you plank down your Amex Platinum and you buy one of these suckers. But then at the second or third time you use it, you're like, man, how did I live without this? It's one of the most awesome things ever. So I'm gonna get the socket out of here. So every Porsche comes with this thing. They also come with this little pick tool as well. So then I take this, put it on, see if I get it right the first try. I'm gonna find a spot that lines up. Loosen, and watch this. It'll be good for with the tool, it makes it easy. So let's do it the old-fashioned way. Oh goodness! You try not to lift it off the lift. So that's how you do it with a regular. That's the easy part. The hard part is then I have to torque it twice. So what you have to do, and so I'll show you. So if I wanted to torque this, so the Porsche procedure is torque, back off a quarter turn, torque again. So you have to torque twice. So I have to do that red face, blow your back out twice. And I'm a big dude, so if you're like a normal sized fella, you know, I bet you we could try to get Alexis to do this. We should see if she can pull this off. Actually, that'll be our video, is we can have her try to do it and then have her do it with a high torque. We'll do that in a future video. Okay, so I'm probably actually a little bit high here. That's the other thing, is look at this, you know, the risk. So I kind of need to get, see, I'm like right up against the car here. So it works, you can do it. If you get yourself a good torque wrench, you can do it. Usually I can't get enough force if I push down, so I'll try. But normally I have to pull up. Okay, all right. But now I'm also concerned about the accuracy of that, right? So I'm a little bit concerned, is that exactly accurate? And so then what I need to do, I need to back it off again. So I need to back off quarter turn and then re-torque again. So doing that with 4 wheels with this guy is freaking brutal. So instead, to untorque and re-torque this with this, let me show you how easy it is. I don't even have to let go of the trigger, which is awesome. So let's assume I took the wheel off. I'm going to put it back on. So if I go tighten, it'll do the whole procedure just by pulling the trigger. So what you just saw me do, 600 newton meters, 442 foot-pounds of torque, trying to, you know, blow my spine out. Watch this. It's tight. Keep holding. It's going to back it off. Quarter turn. Keep holding, it'll flip. Torqued. So imagine trying to do that with this giant bar. I'm sweating just from that one, that one thing. All right, everybody, you know how much I love products, and these are like 5 things I think that you need to know about. And I hate the whole doing lists and all that, but I don't know any other way to do it. This seemed to make sense to me. These are 5 really cool things. In fact, this inspired me to, I may or may not have bought another bike frame, Yeti Arc, that I'm gonna build. I've been saying I'm gonna do it, and I bought it last night. So this video inspired me to buy some stuff. So hopefully it'll inspire you to buy these 5 cool things. Just buy them all. You know, even if you don't have a Porsche, get yourself the high torque. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? So anyway, thanks for watching. More product support. The Obsessed Garage how-to channel's coming soon as well. Make sure you subscribe to the Matt Moorman channel. And then, sign up for Inside the Heck so you can watch cool content and then get a discount on this stuff. Thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. See you on the next one.